This is Prepare to Try, in which we challenge one man who's never played Dark Souls before to finish the game before Dark Souls 3 comes out. Easy. In this first episode, we tried to introduce him to the world of the undead in the Northern Undead Asylum, and it suddenly dawned on us what a ridiculous task we had in front of us.
Sex. What do we? Well, Finchy's a male. Class.
Pals, you look the most different, like, because you look young. Your face.
I look like a boy.
Run and gun.
Now you're a man.
Now I'm a man.
Sexy man.
I like that the first word ever is sex.
Yeah.
Also, in the intro sequence, the picture's bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, we trialed that.
Yeah, where were we
for
on
a
that
minute.
one?
We tried. Look, we just faded out. We're gone.
It's all over. This is before it's defined. So who edited the first episode?
That was
Must be
me.
Powers, yeah.
Yeah, there was no style guide. It was just doing whatever we wanted.
I mean, we got Style Guide now, you just don't follow it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's better.
Yeah. Look at this, though. It's like, it is weird. It's like, we had no idea how much our lives would change because of this fucking monster.
Minging little chimp man. It's funny when you watch the creation because there's so many different versions we could have ended up with.
Yeah.
You've seen all the different timelines.
Yeah.
It's so weird. There's such a flippant thing to make, and then years later you're asking,
Stuck with
like,
it.
you're creating like this weird canon of a fictional character.
Yeah.
You can get people ask questions about it.
I mean, but also ultimately, it was never going to be anything else, was it?
No.
You're saying that's the reason for the success.
Yeah.
That's
look
why
at
he
that.
really took off. Look at him. Oh, his eyes.
The fourth founder.
Yeah.
My
He
God.
don't have, he
mate.
don't have any
That's
shows. Keyboard on the desk. Come on, lads.
I just asked, what's this about?
That's actually a good question. Like,
Yeah.
had either of you ever even played it or tried it?
I tried it, but it was one of those things because like lots of people in the official Xbox magazine office were playing it and they really liked it, but it just nothing that I like. It was like fantasy and video games stuff like that. So I was like, just never really into the idea of it, regardless of it being hard.
What about you, Powers?
I hadn't even heard of it.
You hadn't even heard of it?
No.
I love it.
Like, that was still, I think, like, I was reasonably new to the games industry, like, to the point where I was playing a lot of the, like, first-person shooters that were popular and, like,
Yeah.
games like League of Legends. So things like Dark Souls, I was like, I had no clue what this was at all.
Yeah. Our mate now.
I remember debating whether I should keep this in or not. I was like, because no one's watching this to see
Yeah.
this. But then also it is important, like, to kind of set it. But then we didn't also react to it at all. So I was like,
guess-
you can't
Yeah.
keep us in.
Well, initially it was just about finishing the game
Yeah.
in a certain amount of time, and then along the way, I think you got into the story.
I think this is my
It's a
favorite
cool intro sequence.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
1 is my favorite.
I mean, it's the best one.
There she is.
It is odd as well. As like when you look back on this now after having played the whole game, you're just like, it's all there. Like
Yeah.
we're just like this. I have no idea what's going on. It's like we told you a lot.
I mean, you could just ask me now what it's about, and I still probably
who's
wouldn't
this?
be able to
Yeah,
string
I
a
forgot
sentence
now. To be
together.
fair.
Yeah, I know. You got to be careful with that. It's a great intro, though.
Because I guess like a lot of people were watching this as their like lots of people were watching this who hadn't played Dark Souls, didn't know any Dark Souls or anything like that. So it's good that you kept all this in.
Well, that was it. That was my thinking behind it.
You should make a game about this bit. Fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I know.
Not after all the cool shit has happened.
Yeah, well, let's play in the big war, the mega war.
What, your version is basically like Smash. Yeah. You being, I'm being Neo. Loads of skulls just come out of him.
Yeah.
It's like Sekiro being like, here's a clip from the Great War. Anyway, that's done with.
Yeah.
Now you're going to do a shopping list for a little boy.
Alright, let's talk it off.
You know, if it was a war game, it's like, oh, it's just a war game, like every other game.
I basically
Yeah.
want to play Dynasty Warriors
You want
Yeah.
to play Ancient Warfare.
But in Dark Souls.
in Dark Souls, yeah.
They did that in Zelda, you slagged it off.
I think this is us slagging off Dark Souls, to be fair.
So the dragons were good, and then a white dragon. There you go, get some voices in there. That's good. Mercilessly or mercifully?
God, it's a bit slow to get going, isn't it, this first episode?
Yeah.
We learned a lot about editing.
I mean, still worked. This is a weird scene. That's someone praying at
You want slow to get
your
going?
brains, yeah.
Episode 1 of Dark Souls 3 is 20 minutes of character creation before the game
No,
starts.
but it's good though, isn't it?
Always
Froggy.
froggy.
Great, yeah.
It gone to our head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
power.
we've gone mad by then.
Pair of Ijin going, this is indulgent.
What, one of the Americans saying something is indulgent? Well done.
I mean, this can't go on there now, can it?
So you're here in the Northern Undead Asylum, Rory.
Oh my god.
I miss that mug.
I thought you still had that mug.
No.
What happened to it?
Man, bringing a mug into the IGN offices was like, it's like bringing it to a graveyard.
That's why we left.
It just disappeared. It was stolen. It was smashed. I went through like 6 mugs that just disappeared when they were in those drawers. It's wild. You'd have to handcuff it to your wrist to keep it.
Look at your squint.
I think that was lighting
Because
based
it's
rather
dark,
than screen based.
Than vision based.
That being said, the TV we were playing on at the time was tiny.
Yeah, it
Do you remember
was-
it? It was the mini
Was it thick?
one that like
Yeah, it's like 24 inch, 32 inch.
Was it not just a regular? Yeah.
it was the one that
24.
we used for a VR corner. That small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not big enough for 3 men doing a let's play. Also, look at the framing of that. I'm like
You
thrown
sat
in the front.
substantially
I like
closer.
that though.
And you guys are
Yeah.
back there.
I do really like that.
I guess that was more of like when it was the novelty.
Because back then with all our accessories, TV remote, phone, laptop, mug.
Am I singing?
Wild West back then.
Too much.
Please ignore the screen tearing every 20 seconds.
Oh,
Desync.
Yeah. That was an annoying one. The hell was that?
transition, mate.
Oh, dip to white. Are you mad, Powers?
Is that what you were big into 4 years ago? Dips to white.
Dips
Yeah.
to white. We always dip to black now.
Now just nothing.
Let's get lit, son.
First bonfire.
I mean, the screen tearing because we didn't know how to use a PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't know how to use PC.
Also, that's their fault. That's how it ships. So
Yeah.
And I'm out.
Yeah, how was that our fault?
Security around these parts, I guess budget's tight.
Yeah.
If they're only people that
Easy.
Done it,
guarding
mate.
the halls of those couple
Done
of
it.
Smeagol's.
Right, smash all those
I
out.
always find it weird when
Like Zelda.
you're watching a clip of yourself in something you did years ago and you are like saying things that now you wouldn't think to say when you see things.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, my brain was different like 3 years ago.
I always think it's weird when you watch something 4 years ago, and I don't know if we'll use the video. You and I are essentially wearing the same outfits.
Oh, yeah. I love a black shirt. I don't want to hit him. Sucker. Who's the big boy now, huh?
You don't know where you've just gone into.
Could be worse, you're right. Nope, another bonfire. Safe. Safe. If we can just move from bonfire to bonfire,
That is literally the point.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Let's get these.
Make sure
Were you intimidated before playing this, knowing how hard it was meant to be?
No, because I didn't know how hard it was meant to be.
Really, no one hyped it up to you, or like gone,
All I heard was it was like, I think when we had the meeting about it, it was
you like
like,
backed yourself.
we're going to play a difficult game.
Actually, this is a good thing to say. When we first, I think we've said in various podcasts why we did this. It was basically in the run up to Dark Souls 3 coming out, and we wanted to make a big series. But we had an internal meeting where somebody said, I think you should only have 2 of you on it. That was a conversation that we had.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
That was obviously before I got involved.
it was like maybe it's just our boss, but it's like three's quite a lot of people to
Three's a
spend
crowd.
on this. It's like, well,
Right, like time-wise.
Could have all been different then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Could be
he's
KG.
He was
You could be
probably
looking at KG.
He was probably thinking like that's.
To be fair,
that's a lot
yeah.
of people
Yeah.
out of it.
and we didn't.
absolutely done you.
Who else was on the team at the
Is that the
time?
first time we said absolutely done you?
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
When we
First episode,
in,
planting it.
in 20 years' time, when we re-release all these on special editions, we're going to go back in and put in the done counter.
Yeah.
Really, George Lucas it up.
I still
yeah,
have the DVD box set that Andy Cowell made for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
That has the like prepare to try season 1
Yeah, you shouldn't be
all the
selling those.
episodes. Absolutely not. I think I actually have them on my desk upstairs.
Yeah, we've got some in the kitchen.
I got a lot of cool artifacts from over the years. I got my the golden chapstick as well from the most duns in Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah.
Lots of cool stuff. We got our Finchy Fest Steins that were given to us. Loads of cool stuff.
This episode's got a lot to answer for. It's made a lot of people do some quite strange things.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't think you have to describe
So that's our first gate from another side. Well, it's lovely seeing
It's
it
all coming
get
back.
lovely. This is us being lost for the first time.
God, that's annoying.
I like it.
Yeah, it's because you won't read any of the thing. We're saying like, oh, read the signpost, and you're just like, no way,
Something's never changed.
no way.
Wait, is this the same bonfire? Whoa! You don't even know what you're about to see, Rory. Forward progress.
Sweet summer child.
Now I'm disappointed when things don't loop.
How old are you?
Dark Souls 2 was crushing for you.
Oh God. Yeah, I always find backwards progress really confusing.
Backwards progress.
You just got nailed.
What do I do?
Why are you standing there?
Well, because is it activated?
Use your shield on it. Use your shield
That's
on
not
it.
going to help me.
Do you know this has over 500,000 views now?
Does it?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, he had one boulder.
Yeah. And his
I wonder what the most watched video of Prepare to Try
I
is.
think it's this one.
Is it this one? Do you
Yeah.
think?
Pretty sure it is.
There's really good.
Because I can imagine, obviously, a lot of these are from people like rewatching the series.
Yeah.
But I can imagine this is like skipping the first season of a show you like because it is like finding.
Yeah, but I
the
think this has
formula.
got just lots of other people that probably dropped off as well.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the first one.
I guess it's really hard, isn't it?
All
Because
the
with-
ones settled down to.
with stuff like Let's Plays, nobody really knows how to, like with the TV show, you know the structure of making it and you know how people are going to rewatch and stuff. Whereas something like this, I would never, when we were making this, like, I would be like, that video is going to go out, no one's going to be rewatching it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
You're kidding. That's you telling me that enemies come back every time I rest at a bonfire?
And this is your mind just going,
Again, knowing literally nothing
yeah.
about
Maybe it's
Yeah.
good that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise but also you're quite a buoyant person, but
Good that I didn't know, bad that I didn't care.
yeah.
The delicate balance.
It's a knife edge, isn't it?
That's great.
Oh no, I didn't read it. I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
Why have you faded us down for that?
You and him are both.
Style guide.
Again, yeah, just fading us out.
We
for
wouldn't even be covering anything.
Yeah. you want to see that goes back into the
I thought
corridor.
there was maybe a reason for that.
Maybe I think I know what it is. I
What?
think you had us down the bottom, so you would have faded us out, and then
That might have been it, yeah. 'cause
yeah.
it came out of text.
And then when you moved the position, you didn't take the fade back
take the
out.
fade off.
Yeah.
Special
There you go.
edition making up.
That's a good. That's a yeah. Well done.
That's going to be like the guns and the torches in ET. The torches he replaces them with, or like mobile phones or something in ET. When he went back into the special edition, and people went wild about it.
I love that line. Very sinister. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now.
That's very funny, but you are probably right.
Saying if you stay.
Oh wow, we don't even have that footage.
Take away from this
Yeah.
episode.
We could reenact it.
Yeah, so your character's actually already
Boom back
Oh
in.
boom, boom! I hardly noticed.
dead.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, the only footage of this that exists now is
Exports,
exports. Yeah.
which I downloaded on our second day, last day at IGN.
Did you?
Everything from the code.
What are they going to do? I mean,
taking all the files.
That's how our faces.
yeah. It's kind of a bit of grey area, isn't it? Because it's just be like, well, it is our faces, but also,
I think we're on the like Jack Kirby contracts.
yeah, they own off. They
Whatever
whatever.
we make, yeah,
Yeah.
which is pretty standard. But
Yeah.
I think you may increase damage.
So technically,
Rory.
this is already.
two-handed a dagger,
How do I battle?
bandit's knife.
Not. I've got my flask. Well, first off, why am I
Just
double
hit 'em.
wielding?
They're not strong.
They're stronger than me.
Do we go for a parry in this episode?
Maybe at some point.
Enemies in the game.
Well, I'm the weakest.
Yeah, you're pretty weak, right?
Hey, did they die?
Right.
They die.
I think the
That's
the
ace.
description of a parry is coming up on the floor. Who knows if you read it?
Got it. I also, in that process, unequipped my shield. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
Getting the basis now.
Yeah.
There's a dude there.
Watch off the arrow.
Oh, that's right.
It's got me. Twice. Oh, no.
No, no.
There you go. Look at this.
If you get twice, shame on you.
Idiot now.
Oh,
I was trying to double equip my thing.
Go on, get him. Get some.
This is I think maybe we try and parry this guy.
yeah. I think this is
This is the
what
parry
meant-
room,
is
isn't
the
it?
tutorial.
Yeah.
Parry room.
Parry room, yeah.
No, you missed one.
It's the X-Men have one.
I didn't think I was supposed to go in there yet.
No, just read it.
While falling, plunge attack. Trying to do it off the steps there. Trying to.
What does that mean?
At least give me a glyph if
Genuinely,
you're gonna
these
teach me
these
that.
messages will help you quite a lot.
Behind an enemy, critical hit. I feel like 5 different moves are
This is important as well.
Is it?
Beard looks great there. It's way longer. I don't even know if I can get my beard
That's
that long now.
it. Just looks like a proper full shape.
That's really important.
Let's do it on this guy.
Doing this guy.
There you go.
You try on this guy.
Oh, he went
Oh god, nearly dead.
He held that.
Oh,
Second
time.
try. Powers can't parry bullshit.
I look so impressed with
Look
that.
at
That's
that.
awesome.
Flask.
Rory who? Rory Powers.
Do your flat.
Hopefully that's
Gotta bring that back.
Remember the name?
Rory who? Rory Powers. Good on you, kid. Okay. Oh, yeah,
If you should slip that into an episode of Sekiro.
So what were you here, like 22? Something like that?
22,
4 years ago.
23,
Yeah.
maybe?
24?
Touch the blood stain.
What does that mean?
You're 28 now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go
Go back out. Go back out. Nah, you saw you.
Oh
Oh, Jesus.
That went bad, didn't
Yeah.
it? Really
No death
badly.
counter as well?
no. This is
Hadn't done it yet. That was actually an idea that came from people in the comments
Yeah.
in season 1. Was like, hey, would you guys ever think of including a...
Yeah, you regret
death
saying yes to
counter.
that now.
I absolutely do.
Especially Sekiro.
Go. You don't have a gun.
Shield.
Do you remember when we were doing the first episode of Sekiro, having the debate of whether reses count as deaths?
Yeah.
Shield out.
I keep pressing the I thought we were doing the right thing as well, and then all the people in the comments were like, I can't believe they're
Oh,
counting this.
That
as
was
well. I
always
like,
going to
"Shit."
happen. No, it's when it says proper death.
Yeah. You
But
die.
if you res, you don't. It's not
Yeah.
a death, is it?
But I guess if you resurrect, then you didn't really die because you're back. Like, you're
No,
alive
but the way
again.
I was thinking is like
Like a death is like
We've
a...
given up.
Yeah, have you been beaten by the game? Yes, you have. Then you die. That's it. Like, so it counts as a death.
Then if you res, you weren't beaten.
You were beaten though. It still happened. You do have a resurrection power, but you were beaten.
I can
You
see
are
both
I
dead.
think we're done either way.
Yeah.
We're also.
What would Jesus say?
We're not changing it now.
Oh my god. Where's the exit?
Always the same way. Always the same way.
Already. Look at that. No damage.
Okay, remember the arrow.
Oh, I got him. I got your number.
Getting better.
Remember, this was quite early on in filming as well, so we were all basically trying our best not to swear as well.
Yeah.
So this is probably the most PG season we've
That's how
ever done.
all the kids got into the show, and then their parents like, yeah, they can watch that, and then they get to the episode about which Dark Souls boss would you put up your arse.
And they're like, Jesus Christ.
They're watching this.
That's why we all look so young. The grot has aged us.
Hasn't taken hold.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because it
Ruined
feels like
us,
you're
corrupted.
younger because, like, I'm just 29 there, so I'm just about to turn 30. I turned 30 that summer, I guess.
Which one? This one?
Maybe? I don't even know.
It's 4 years ago. It's 26,
Yeah.
2016.
Trying to help you.
I think I'm also just skinnier and my hair is longer. Just kind of look like a Jonas brother.
You do.
It's the styling, I think.
Good look.
You got better hair now,
Thank you. Thank you.
for sure. There, you do look like
That show
a default character, like in the me creation thing. Like, just like a block of hair.
Wait, did we? This was all filmed in the new IGN office, the last
Yes.
IGN office
Yeah.
we were at, weren't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Log on.
So you've been at IGN what, like a year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we moved after a year, yeah. We moved just after the second Christmas party.
Right.
Or the day of the Christmas party, weirdly.
This was also the first big project the three of us actually worked on together.
Yeah.
Because I was doing news
Yeah.
non-stop.
But this was a nice break from news.
It was a great break
Do you want to
from
just go
news.
play a game for ages? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do
you
that.
you will be editing it for 24 hours. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, good.
Yeah, you will be editing in your evenings.
Yeah. And weekends and early.
Right in the nutsack.
Woo!
Oh, he's gonna come down on top of you. Just
The big demon's ass, right? Roll away.
I don't think it happened for. I think we had to film late for prepared for this season a couple times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until the Dark Souls 3 season where I think I had to sleep in the office twice.
How did you edit many of the first season?
I'm not sure. I don't think I did.
We were doing 4 episodes a week, and you were doing another job. News.
Yeah,
I must have been there because there's no way you're editing 4
I think
episodes a week.
I
Because
think
we didn't have much of a head start either.
season 1 was more of a split, and then I think season 3 was mostly me.
Yeah.
just get around back of him again. Like it was working
Hence the sleeping in the office.
straight.
But I think without that initial
This is the front.
race against time of 4 episodes a week, it might have found it harder to get a traction, like
Yeah.
become a thing for people because it was
Bombarding
Yeah, it was
people
real. Yeah, but
But it's also like one of those things where it's like,
More
oh, I
invested
really like this thing. oh, there's another episode right
Yeah,
now. Do you
it's
know what I
all
mean?
there really. You wouldn't have a lot. If you were doing this weekly, it would have taken half a year. Wow, that's in episode 1.
That's an
Wow.
episode
I would have said. I would have
Wow.
said that was way later.
It's crazy.
It's all there, mate. It's all.
It's wild, isn't it?
What if we call someone a slug in this? Ooh, that's a big tear.
It looks wild, doesn't it? It looks disgusting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy playing out on my own in my house.
This way?
Be gutted.
I did feel like we were backtracking there. You said there was going to be
There is some backtracking.
lot of backtracking.
That is a thing, but this is where you were originally heading.
Yeah.
Oh, that coffee's so cold. It's horrible.
There you go.
Got a thermos now, haven't you? You solved that
I
problem.
do
4
have
years
a
later.
thermos.
Now it's too hot.
Now it's too hot. all
But
the
now I'm
time.
into iced coffee, so
Oh.
I like it cold.
The asylum demon.
You given that Powers iced coffee, he would have been like, he would have none of it.
You wouldn't even know what's going on.
Ice in a coffee, you mad? You were fresh off the boat then. You eat your bag of donuts for lunch.
Yeah, that's it.
Rehabilitated?
You can do this.
Short game. You said this was going to take 30
Is this it?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
it.
episode 1 of A Big
Madness.
Try. Next time.
We should go back to doing 20-minute ones.
Yeah. Save ourselves a lot of time. Right.
6 damage on it. Wow.
Can't believe I get shit for Gav edits when we just watch that fucking short bastard. That is really short, man.
Watch it, all right? No style guide. It's as long as it needs to be.